Welcome back to the Frisco ISD podcast. I'm Jackie Ballant, and today we're diving into the registration process for families new to Frisco ISD for the 2025-26 school year. Joining us are Heather Mayfield and Stephanie Cook, who will guide us through the steps for enrolling new students and kindergartners. Heather and Stephanie, thank you for joining us today. Could you each introduce yourselves and let us know how you support families in the district?
Yeah, my name's Stephanie Cook. I'm the Managing Director of Counseling, and I think really my main job is supporting counselors and the enrollment process, and then also working with the different departments that support this for our district.
Great.
And my name is Heather Mayfield, and I'm our secondary counseling coordinator in Frisco. And my main role is to support middle and high school counselors in the district. I'm a former high school counselor that worked in Frisco, so I have had a lot of experience over the years enrolling new students into our district.
Wonderful. Let's go ahead and jump into our questions. So can you give us an overview of the student registration process in Frisco ISD for both new students and kindergarten enrollment?
First things first, parents can review all new student enrollment information on the Frisco ISD website. There's a page specifically for parents who are looking to enroll during the 25-26 school year. First, you would want to review attendance zone information to find the school your home address is zoned for, and then you can begin to gather the required documents needed for registration. You will notice there's an online registration form found directly on the website. You can create an account, enter some basic information, and upload the required documents. Once you've completed the form, it will go to your student's home campus, who will begin to review your application and will be in touch with you regarding next steps.
Is there an age requirement for incoming kindergartners?
Yeah, so the state of Texas actually outlines that for us, and the state requires that students need to be 5 years old by September 1st if they're coming into kindergarten.
Okay, and what documents do parents and guardians need to have ready for registration?
So there are some specific documents that are required for enrollment in Frisco. You will need a certified copy of your student's birth certificate, any past immunization records, proof of residence, your student's last report card or an official transcript if you are enrolling a high school student. You will need the driver's license of the enrolling parent, and so if you don't have that, that could be any other government form of ID, state or government ID. You will need to fill out the pre-K qualifications documentation if you're enrolling a pre-K student, and you can also submit your Social Security card.
How does Frisco ISD handle registration for families who are new to the district versus those who are returning students?
So new to district parents will be completing the process that we just reviewed. But if you have a returning student, you'll receive an email during spring that will prompt you to complete the yearly online registration form and to submit an updated current proof of residency. You'll also receive notification if your student has any campus holds. So that could mean something like an unpaid fee due to a missing library book that would need to be taken care of.
What are the key dates and deadlines families should be aware of when registering for the upcoming school year?
So the online registration form for the 25-26 school year is going to open on February 11th, and then really that remains open all spring and summer for parents to continue to enroll before school starts next year.
Are new students eligible for an in-district transfer?
So new K through 8 students enrolling in Frisco who submit an enrollment application and indicate their interest in applying for a transfer can apply for an in-district transfer from February 17th until the 28th. So the list of open campuses and the process can be found on the student transfer page on the FISD website. Once an in-district transfer has been approved, a student in good standing would remain at their assigned campus for the duration of all the grade levels at that available campus. So new enrollment transfer applications received after February 28th, those students would just attend their assigned home campus. So this is really an important deadline to consider if you are enrolling a new K-8 student and you wish to submit for a campus transfer.
For our secondary students, when can families expect to be able to select electives for their class schedules?
So once a parent has fully completed the registration process, the home campus will contact the parent with next steps and usually sends the parent a course card electronically to begin to review and complete those course selections. The home campus counselor will either begin to communicate with the family by email, maybe a Zoom meeting, or maybe a face-to-face meeting that would happen later in the spring. And that's really a time to answer any questions and to finalize those course selections for the following year. We really encourage parents to go ahead and to begin to review available courses on the Frisco ISD website. So you can go to the online searchable course catalog. That's going to show you full course descriptions, course pathways, any grade level requirements for all the core classes and electives. Two other important documents you can review on that page, either the middle school or the high school academic guide. And again, full of important information related to taking courses and completing middle school and high school in Frisco.
Are there any special programs or pathways such as IB that require additional steps during registration?
So yes, there are actually a few specific secondary programs that do require an extra step to be able to attend there. So Frisco High School in our district houses the IB program, the International Baccalaureate Diploma Program, and this offers IB curriculum, and it includes challenging courses that are really designed to broaden a student's educational experience and challenge them to apply their knowledge and skills. So any interested transferring students that are wanting to go into this program should contact Jenna Gates. She is the administrator over that program there, and her information and also full program information for this program is on the IB page on the FISD website. So if a student is accepted into this program, they would attend Frisco High School full-time, and the parent should just be aware that transportation is the parent's responsibility to attend that program. So there's one other campus-specific program we would want to mention, and that's the NJROTC program at Lebanon Trail High School. So this is the Navy Junior Reserve Officers Training Corps, and that instills leadership, character, honor, and service through classroom learning and physical training and competitions. So students are given the opportunity to serve their communities, become a leader in their class, and participate in area competitions. So any student, really new or current, that wishes to join NJROTC can sign up for Naval Science 1 as a course next year. So again, students planning to be in NJROTC would attend Lebanon Trail full-time, and parents would also, again, need to be aware that transportation would be the responsibility of them to get their student there.
Circling back to our new kindergarten students, what can parents do to help prepare their child for the transition to kindergarten?
Yeah, I would say foster independence, develop some skills, some early literacy and math skills, and then also strengthen fine and gross motor skills. And just in more detail, to foster independence, basic things like being able to use the bathroom, washing their hands, putting on their shoes, working on still tying your shoes, and the ability to do things like getting ready to leave school at the end of the day. So things like wearing a jacket. Some other things to foster independence might be things like teaching them how to open up their own lunch container, throw away their trash after lunch, things like that. So just the ability to move throughout their day with some independence. And then also when I'd mentioned developing social skills. So some of your basic pre-K things like learning how to take turns, making reports to an adult, following simple instructions, things that are very developmentally appropriate for them at that age. So working to problem solve with peers and to just be positive in that environment with one another. On building early literacy and math skills. So just continue to read with your child. That's huge in developing those early literacy skills. So I love for reading books, telling their own stories, like maybe having them tell you back a story. Practicing the recognition of letters, especially those that are in their name. So that's one of those early things that they're doing at kindergarten. Doing things like counting with them, asking them, what color is this? Or what do you think this starts with? But just developing a curiosity of learning and some of those early phonics foundational skills. And then I had mentioned strengthening fine and gross motor skills. So things like giving them an opportunity to do things like color or learn how to write with a writing utensil, any sort of crafts, those all build those skills. So like using scissors, glue, things that improve hand-eye coordination. And then finally, some of those gross motor skills that you learn just by being outside and being active. So running, jumping, using their balance. So all of those things just help them hit some of those big developmental milestones around that age that they would be starting kinder.
Where can parents and students find support or additional resources if they have questions or need assistance with the registration process?
So we really want to direct parents, again, back to the FISD webpage on that enrollment site. It will go through the whole process, all the required documents, and is just really going to walk them through everything they need to enroll here in Frisco. If you get stuck on anything during the process, if you are planning to enroll an elementary or middle school student, you can reach out to the home campus data clerk, or if you're enrolling a high school student, you can reach out to the registrar at the high school. So other sources of information in the meantime, we really encourage parents to look over the home campus website just for all sorts of information. You're going to get this at enrollment, but if you want to see things in advance like a bell schedule, lunch menu, look at the staff, look at the clubs and orgs, and just all the amazing things that you can be involved in at a campus, we really want parents to look through that website because there's just so many things that our students here in Frisco can be a part of. So looking that over will give you a really good idea of what your students' experience is going to be like at that school.
All right. Thank you, Heather and Stephanie, for joining us today.